Hello, Namaskar. My name is Sandhya Thapa. I'm from Nepal, and this video is a part of Dialogue as a Means to Learning. While reviewing others' posts, I have used the skill of critical thinking, reflecting, and also experienced strengthening the sense of community as described in the following subheadings. Promoting critical thinking. While reading a post in the Cultural Introduction section by Miss Ezra Demir Ozkan, I shared my perspectives regarding to keep students away from watching irrelevant materials in the class and expected her feedback on monitoring system in the class since she wrote, in our well-equipped classroom, students have a more dynamic and interactive learning experience with the integrated internet connected computers, projectors, and speakers. For that, I asked her politely, would you agree with me if they use internet in the class in the absence of proper monitoring system, they may watch irrelevant materials. Likewise, in moving through culture section, I asked for Jeanette Nusrat understanding about 3Ps, which is a bit different from the course taught to us. As stated, you have used the term people, which is not from 3Ps model of culture. However, the way you have understood regarding factors that make culture, I would like to request with you to clarify further with using the 3Ps model. Let me know if you mean people are the product of culture. Is there a chance for you to give importance to people over product? At my queries, he stated, well, I think people and culture are interconnected in a sense that it is actually a way two-way relationship. To be more specific, people are shaped by their cultural backgrounds like rules, norms, practices, and beliefs set by the society, and this cultural background is also influenced by people. Talking about reflection, my skill of reflection is apparent in the post for Miss Jeanette Nusrat, where I want to know more about her attempts to gain confidence, how it enhanced intercultural competence with the confidence. To this, she stated, the first thing that I have done was to engage myself in different activities where I had to communicate with people as much as possible. I started hosting and organizing events, managing student volunteers team, observing students and understanding their perspectives, and I went forward with one-to-one session with my students whenever needed to understand their psychological need. Likewise, I replied to Miss Beatrice regarding system of dress code. She was sharing her point of view only on maxi dress when I meant general dress code system that has been imposed to women teachers. I wanted to be removed. She has returned, I'm not sure if I understood the use of a maxi dress. It would not seem to me like an informal attire, but maybe you could explain this better to me. Then I replied, yes, you are right. Maxi dress is not regarded as a formal attire, and I mean to say not to have any kind of dress code or anything for women that limits her. And lastly, while strengthening the sense of community, I experienced certain things. The skills such as reflection and critical thinking develops a sense of community that guides, suggests, and connect us. While practicing these skills, I was able to experience the following points that I believe is going to be useful in my professional and personal life a lot. First point, sharing my experience regarding teaching with strangers who share same job patterns have given me a feeling we share something in common, though we are apart by geography. For example, Miss Ezra from Turkey shared with me that students have to attend 50% score memorizing what has been taught in a whole year, which is as same as in our country. This culture of sharing helps us to cross-check our practice, bringing best results. For instance, use of Kahoot, Quizzes, Padlet, Wordwall, Socrative, and Giggles. These are internet best practice. This definitely helps interest to gather their interest in the subject. I get encouragement since one of the students, Mr. Francisco Jr., stated that great to read your post. I can see that you work on punctuality, deadline, work on week, and strong points of your students and other interesting features. I found it interesting. So it inspires me to continue good things in my class. Lastly, it also helps me to introspect, since I receive question from friends. One of my friends, Betty from Mexico, shared in Cultural Bumps a question: would you consider in your present teaching position to approach students and try to find out what they need in order to complete a given task? This question made me realize on my role as a finder, to facilitate them to complete their task than just ordering them to meet deadline. I hope this video answers the questions